Hello, it's nice to see you. I know I haven't done a Goodwill video in a while, and it's mainly because the few times I've been lately, I haven't really found anything good, which is unusual. Usually I find some good stuff, but I don't know. It seems like sometimes you'll go through periods of time where there's just not much good stuff, but it always comes back. I mean, it always gets better, and that's one thing that's great about living here where I do is that I'm in an area where we have fantastic Goodwills. We have great thrift stores with great stuff in them. I mean, you'd be surprised. I mean, if you've never been in one and you live near where I do, I mean, I think you'd be shocked at what you can find in there. Um, so I went tonight for a little while, and I actually wasn't even there all that long. I might have been there maybe 25 minutes. I think it was a little less than 30 minutes. And I found all kinds of good stuff. And everything I'm going to show you in this video, I bought all in one trip. And it became pretty clear to me within 5 minutes of getting in the store that I was going to need a cart. Whereas, prior to that, the last few times I've been, I didn't even bother getting a cart because, it was like I had just become discouraged. I thought, I'm not going to find anything good. There's no point. I don't need a cart. I can carry the little bit of stuff that I find right here in my hands. Several times I went and didn't buy anything, which feels really weird to just walk out with nothing. I mean, I feel really weird about it. But, if there's nothing good, I don't know what I can do about it. So I have it kind of placed on either side of me. I folded up a lot of this stuff. I got clothes, I got shoes, I got an interesting wall hanging, which is kind of big. I'm going to have to hold it back so you can see it, but it's really kind of neat. I bought it to sell on eBay, but the more I look at it, the more I think, I might actually keep this. This is really kind of cool. And I got some pillows, which were brand new. I'm going to show you those. Those are just really interesting. And I got a couple other items. So I'm going to show you, and I'm not going to show you in any particular order. I'm just going to show you as I pick them up. And some of these things I bought to sell, which if you've watched any of my videos, you might know that I do that. And in this area, there are a lot of people who do it. And after a while, if you go to the same place, you see a lot of the other eBayers in there. And we're all, kind of walking around with our phone and, we're looking up stuff. And I mean, it's pretty easy to spot somebody who's buying stuff to sell. So, I don't know where I was going with that, but yeah, that's what I do. That's one of the things I do, and I have been selling things on eBay now. This is my 17th year. I started in 1999, and I started out kind of slow. I didn't know a whole lot at first, and then later I got to do more and more, and now I do more now than I've ever done. At any given time, I have about 400 items for sale. So, which is really just kind of a sideline thing for me. I have a full-time job, but I also do that to help make extra money, and it comes in handy with 2 kids. So I'm going to show you some of the stuff I bought. I think I actually only have one thing here that I bought for myself, just because I thought it was pretty and I wanted it. So pretty much the rest of it is eBay stuff, I think. Sometimes I buy more stuff for myself, which I need to stop, because my closet is absolutely full of stuff, and I've taken over about half of each of my kids' closets. In their room, if you go into their rooms, you can look in the closet, and it's like weeds just choking out the flowers. I'm just slowly taking over their closets too. So I really am trying not to buy so much stuff for myself, because I don't need it. I do not need it. But every now and then you just find something and it's just so cool. Actually, no, I have 2 things for myself. I did actually find there are 2 things. I stuck with one, and then I saw this other thing and I said, I have to have that. That is so pretty. I'm weak, I know. So I'm going to start with the item I've been waving around for the last couple of minutes. And it's a pair of shoes. And I like these, and they would fit me too. These are Skechers memory foam. Well, that's what it says inside the sole. The insole says memory foam, which is I guess just the insole. These are Skechers lightweight shoes. And they're black, as you can see, with pink and white. And I really like these because, I mean, they look like they've hardly been worn at all. And I got these for $4 plus my 10% discount. So it's a really good deal. So less than $4. But I'm going to... I'm kind of torn. I'm almost tempted to keep them because I really like them. They're nice. I mean, if they've been worn, they haven't been worn much. They have a flex sole. I thought about keeping them for myself, but I don't need them. I already have, if you look under my bed, there's a like a flat underbed plastic storage bin. It's really, really long. It's rectangular. Actually, there are two of them under my bed, and they're completely full of shoes. And those are the shoes I don't wear very often. And in those two totes, I would say between the two, you probably find 5 or 6 pairs of tennis shoes that I never wear. So I don't need to add to that. I don't need to make it worse. So, I do like them though. I like the colors. I like the black with the pink and white. I just think that's pretty. So these are Skechers lightweight shoes. And they are very, very light. They're a very lightweight. Oh, a little messed up place right there. But there's that. Now I'm going to show you the wall hanging. And it's made out of, I don't know exactly what you call it. It's almost like the stuff that you string around hay bales. It's kind of like a thick twine, but it's really interesting. It looks like something you'd see on somebody's wall in their house back in the 70s. It looks very 70s to me. It's kind of heavy too. But I'm going to have a hard time showing it all to you at once. But here's the top. This is the biggest part right here. And it's thick. I mean, you see it's very thick, and it's got different colors. Like you have it lighter colors up here. And these little things right here, like little berries or something. I don't know what they're supposed to be. They're made out of wood. They're big wooden beads. And it has them here and then again down here. And the way it's woven, it actually looks like the branches of a tree. And then you have leaves too. I just thought this was so interesting. It's like a giant tree. It looks like something just popped out of a Bob Ross painting and became 3D. But see, it has the trunk down here, and then it has roots. And they're all different colors. You have brown, and then sort of an orange, and almost a yellow, and then the dark brown on either side. And this part is the same dark brown. And here's what the back looks like. See, on the back they have, it shows where the pieces wind through. So they keep that all on the back so it doesn't show. And then up here at the very top, you have a loop right here where you can hang it up. This thing's heavy. It's like probably 5 pounds. I mean, it's fairly decent weight. You'd need a pretty strong hook to hold this up. But I just thought this was really cool. It's scratchy. It's really scratchy. I mean, you wouldn't want this right next to you. But I just thought that was really cool. It's like a little 3-dimensional tree almost. I like the way the branches and these pieces just kind of wind around in here. And then you can see this back here like the leaves in the tree. And these stick out. These aren't actually attached. I'm not really sure what that's supposed to be. Like pine cones or apples. Maybe it's an apple tree. I don't know. But, so this is the wall hanging. And I really like it. I may hang on to it and think about it a little bit. I don't know if I want to keep it or not. I want to hang on to it and think about it. It's no big rush to get it. Do anything with it. This is something I bought for myself just because really the colors are what caught my eye. And this is it's like a something that you wear over another shirt, And it's kind of hard to see, but it has long sleeves. But look at the colors here. Look at this. You have turquoise. This is one of the sleeves. You have turquoise in here, and then there's this beautiful rich dark brown. It's almost like a chocolate color. And on the other side of the sleeve you can see even more detail in the fabric pattern. Look at that. It's almost like a peacock. And it's a long, it's like a thin jacket. I mean, this is not going to keep you warm, obviously. But down at the very bottom, it has these pieces down here that hang down. And you can actually bring them up and tie them at your waist. Who made this? It's made by Jostar. Jostar. Never heard of that. But I just thought the colors were so pretty. It's almost like tie-dye or something. But it's pretty thin. It has a little bit of a shine. It's kind of hard to see, but right in here there's a little bit of a shininess at certain points on the fabric. So, I could wear this over like a dark brown blouse or a tank top or something like that. Really, there are a lot of different colors in here that you could go with. Really, just about any shade of brown would look nice. Teal would look nice. There are a lot of different variations in the color. So, especially with the brown, you have all these different shades of brown. Up here it's really dark. This is up near the back of the neck. And you could go with just about any color brown, and it would look really nice with this. And I have several brown silky tops that I could wear with it. I think would look really pretty. So I'm looking forward to wearing that, although I won't be wearing it anytime soon because it's supposed to get really cold here this weekend, and next week it's supposed to be just ridiculously cold, at least for this area. It's supposed to get down to like 20 tonight. Yeah, I'm gonna be dressing warm. I'm not gonna be wearing that. I'll freeze to death. Okay, this next item, I'm kind of going back and forth on keeping it. Again, with this item, I don't need it. I already have several that are very similar to it, almost identical. It's the same basic article of clothing, and I don't need it. I really don't. If I did keep it, I probably wouldn't wear it very often because I have so many of these. But I just like it. That's my problem. I keep finding things that I like. But it looks very basic, but I wish you could feel this. It's so soft. Oh, it just feels so snuggly. I want to put it on. And again, it's kind of hard to see, but this is a gray. It's almost like a sweatshirt, but it's kind of fancy for a sweatshirt. You can see it has some, I don't know what you would call it, detail down the sleeve here. It's kind of hard to see it. I'm having trouble tonight. But there's this almost like thick piping that runs down the sleeve. And it's by Calvin Klein. And over here on the left side, down at the bottom in rhinestones, it's kind of hard to see, but it has Calvin Klein jeans running down along the side. And it has pockets. It has it just has one big kangaroo pocket in the front, which I like. I like having somewhere to put my stuff. But it's Calvin Klein, and it would fit me, I think. It's a little big, but I think it's made to be kind of big. It's kind of, it's not like a form-fitting top. It's just like a loose sweatshirt kind of top. But I bet I already have 3 different tops that are very similar to this, and I don't need it, but I still like it because it's very soft, and the fabric kind of has this smooth texture to it. It's very smooth when you run your hand across it. It's not like, with some sweatshirts, when you run your hand over it, it feels kind of rough. It's not like that at all. It's very smooth, and I like that. And the other tops I have that are similar are not as smooth as that, and I just think it would be nice. But I'm probably not going to keep it because really my closet is already ridiculous. I don't need to make it worse. This is not a clothing item. I picked this up while I was waiting in line. These are these are scented sachet, and they are rose water scented. And they're made by Waverly. They are little scented sachets, and this is a container of 8 of them. 4 on this side. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on this side we have 1, 2, 3, 4. And it looks like it's never been opened, and somebody bought it at Stein Mart. And I guarantee you this was a gift that somebody got and was very happy, you know, oh, thank you very much. And as soon as the person left, they're like, what am I supposed to do with this? So ultimately ended up at Goodwill, and I got it for $1. It's kind of cute. It comes with this pretty pink ribbon on it, and a little plastic crystal thingy. So I love the way they smell. You can kind of smell it through the package, and it does kind of have that rose water scent to it. If you have ever smelled anything that kind of has that rose scent to it, I really like it. So I was kind of thinking about putting them in my with my chest of stuff in my chests of drawers. I have 2 chests of drawers, and I think I'm going to keep this for myself. So I just picked that up while I was standing in line waiting to pay. And I have several pairs of jeans, and these are going to be hard to show you because they're so long, and you know I can only back up so far to show you. The first pair, when I see Guess jeans for men, I always get them. And if you didn't know, Guess does still make jeans for men, or at least they did recently. I find them quite often in this one Goodwill I go to, and I just imagine that there's somebody somewhere with this gigantic closet full of them, and they only give away several pairs at a time, because this is there's only one store that I ever find these jeans, and they're always basically the same size. So it's like somebody's been hoarding these jeans and they're slowly getting rid of them a little bit at a time. It's weird. I don't understand it, but they always sell. When I get these, they always sell. But these are Guess jeans, and I'm going to show you the inside of the waistband. And they have different types, and they name the types. Like these are Laredo. These are Guess jeans, the Laredo style. And they are men's jeans. You can see they're right in here. There are these lines in here. It's kind of hard to see. I don't know why my video is so dark. I have no idea what's going on with that. I'm sorry. But there are lines in here, and that's called whiskers on your jeans. And they have whiskers. And here's what the back pocket looks like. There's a little bit of detail right here, some stitching on it. You can see. And they're made to look, I think they're made to look a little bit distressed. Not completely, you know, ripped up and nasty, but they have slight flaws on them, and I guarantee you they were like that when they bought them new. These, I really don't think these were worn much at all. But again, whenever I find these, they're all basically the same size. Like these are, I want to say, I bet they're 29, 30. They're 29.30s. I thought that usually they're 29.30s or 29.32s. They're all right in that size. And they always sell. I have no trouble selling these. So, these are Guess Laredo jeans, and they're very nice. I don't need any jeans, so that's another thing I have a lot of. It's really pitiful. Now, these I got... I was waiting to get in line. The store was about to close, and a lot of people were trying to check out at once, and I couldn't even get around to where the end of the line was. So I was kind of stuck standing on the ladies' slacks aisle for a little bit. So I'm just standing there waiting to go, because there was like this big clump of people right by the register. Like they don't know how to line up in a line. They just all clumped right there, and I couldn't get around them. So I'm just standing there just kind of thumbing through the ladies' slacks, and I found these pants. And I looked them up on my phone. I looked on my eBay app and I couldn't find any that had sold, but I went ahead and got them. I mean, they were like, they're $3.79 and then I get 10% off that. But they're white capri length yoga pants. See, they're not very long. They don't have any stains or anything on them. And I wear these all the time to the gym, but I will not wear white. I don't like to wear white stuff. I mean, white pants, white shirt. Every time I do, something happens. I always spill something on them. And I don't like to wear white that much. I don't know. I'm always self-conscious about it. But these are made by Shock Absorber, which I looked them up and I couldn't find anything. These are extra small. They're registered in the UK. That's where their registered office is. Sara Lee Intimates. Sorry about the dots on my finger. It's Sharpie marker. I meant to get that off. Sorry. Shock Absorber. They have a nice wide waistband, which I really like. I like it better than how pants like this used to be made, where you had that little thin layer, that little thin waistband. And a lot of times it's just not comfortable, especially if you're actually doing yoga and you're twisting and bending a lot. That little skinny elastic waistband can get on your nerves. But one like this is better. It actually stays in place better. And I find it to be a lot more comfortable. Most of the pants that I wear to the gym are made like this. They're not white though. They're all darker colors. But these are really nice. So I like the wide waistband, and I considered keeping them, but they are an extra small, and that's not probably not gonna happen. But I just can't do white active wear. I just can't do it. But anyway, those are for eBay. And these are for me, actually. I got these for me. All this stuff has to be washed. I was just looking and I was thinking these are awfully wrinkled, but it doesn't matter because I have to wash them anyway. And these are a pair of ladies' slacks. And they are gray. They appear to be kind of a mid-rise pair of slacks. They're not a super low rise, which I don't like because I'm 43 and let's be honest, after a certain point, you don't want low-rise pants, or I don't. No. Mid-rise is fine. I'm totally fine with that. These are by Armani Exchange. And again, it's kind of hard to see them, but they have this little piece here. It's a little hook. So there's no button or anything, so it stays nice and smooth. And it does have belt loops, which is nice. One thing I don't like about the belt loops, and I have this trouble a lot with a lot of the dress pants that I wear to work, is that you'll have belt loops in the front, like here, right here, and here, and then there are absolutely none on the side. But at least this one has some in the back. I actually have several pairs of dress pants that only have belt loops on the very front of the waist, and there are no belt loops anywhere else. I don't know who designs these pants, but you can't actually wear a belt with these pants. I mean, your belt is constantly slipping off the waist because there's nothing to hold it there. It's very annoying. So, but I don't wear a belt with all of my pants, but sometimes I need to. These aren't skinny pants. These aren't like skinny jeans or anything like that, but they are kind of cut kind of slim. I guess you would say that's a boot cut. It's kind of hard to say. But I got these for me. I love Armani Exchange. I have several pairs of their jeans and a couple of tops, and I really like them. I love the way they feel. They're very well made. So I thought I would give these a try. I didn't try them on. I think these I actually found while I was waiting in the ladies' slacks aisle also, because I had to stand there for several minutes before the clump of people got out of the way. This is also for me because I have no willpower. No, I got this because I love the color. It's kind of like the other shirt that I got for myself. Sometimes I buy things just because the color catches my eye and I cannot break away from it. It's like I'm hypnotized or something. I have to have it. And it's this sweater, and it's a thin knit. It's by Raffaella, and I like it because it has this pretty silver design around the edge here, and it goes all the way around front and back. And it's like a royal purple color. It's just such a rich, deep purple. I just love it. It has 3/4 length sleeves. It's not a terribly thick sweater. It's kind of thin, so I could wear, I mean, I might actually wear something over it maybe, or even under it. I don't know. But I actually have several thermal, if you're ever interested in something that you can wear under a thinner top to keep you warm, like you don't want to wear something over it, but you might want to wear something under it, you can get thermal tank tops or tight-fitting thermal short-sleeve shirts with different necklines. And I have several. I have 2 or 3 thermal tank tops in different colors. Some that have like a V-neck neckline or just a scoop neckline. So if you need something with a different type of neckline, you can get that. I mean, there are different options. But I got mine on Amazon. I think they're Cuddle Duds, but they fit kind of tightly, so they're not going to be really bulky and add bulk to what you're wearing over them. But they really help keep me warm when I don't want like a bulky blazer or a jacket or whatever over my sweater. It keeps me warm without adding a lot of extra bulk. So it's just something to think about. So this is for me. Once it gets washed, this is mine. I like it. I love the color. I mean, it's just such a pretty dark purple. And for some reason, I have a hard time finding things that color. I don't know why. I have another pair of jeans. These are Express jeans, and these are men's Express jeans. Let's see if they have a name. No, they don't. These are 2930s also. So maybe they came from the same person. I don't know. It has a factory ID number, but nothing like slim fit or boot cut or whatever. But they're really pretty. I guess you can't call men's jeans pretty, can you? They don't like that. But I like the color because they're such a dark blue. I like the dark blue rinse. I don't own many pairs of light faded out jeans. I have one pair that I wear every now and then, but for the most part I like dark blue or black. So here's the pocket, and again we have a little bit of a stitching, like an embroidery design on here. Usually with jeans, you know, women's jeans usually have more design on the pockets. They'll have more embellishments and detail. Men's keep it kind of basic. So I think these are men's jeans. I'm pretty sure they are. Sometimes if I'm not sure, if I get a pair of jeans and I don't know for sure, I try to look it up on eBay. Like I'll try to find some that look like what I have and see how other people listed them, and then I just try to go by that. Because sometimes, honestly, it's hard to tell if they're men's or women's, and you can't really go by where they're hanging in the store, because a lot of times the people putting the merchandise out don't know either. So they just take a guess and they just stick them wherever they think they might go. I find women's jeans in the men's section and vice versa all the time. And they're not always hung up according to size like they're supposed to be. So I found it pays to really look around in other sections or sizes. Like if you need a small, check the medium, large, extra large, because sometimes really cute stuff that might be a small gets stuck in there either by the employees or by customers. Plus, if there are any racks around wherever the rooms are where you try on stuff, if you go back to the dressing room area, sometimes when people come out of the dressing room, they will take their stuff and just randomly stick it on whatever aisle happens to be nearby. So sometimes you can find pretty neat stuff just randomly stuck where it doesn't belong. I found some stuff that way. The next thing I have is a pair of suede boots that got some glitter on them from another item I have down here on the floor. And these are real suede and they are patchwork. As you can see, we have different shades of brown. We have a darker brown and then like a medium brown and a light brown. It goes all the way around. It kind of has a long toe. Let's see. Who made these? LEI made these. And there's a zipper on the inside right here. A little zipper pull. And they have a heel on them. Not a gigantic heel, but it's, it's considerable. You're talking probably 2.5 inches here on the heel. And I am contemplating keeping these because they're cute and I like them. I have another pair of suede patchwork boots that are very similar to these. The only difference is the other pair of boots is taller. They actually come up just below my knee, and these are more like ankle boots. And I'm thinking these I could wear with more things. Plus the knee-length ankle boots are very thick. They have like I want to say they have a fleece lining in them. So they're very warm, and it's kind of uncomfortable to wear them inside because it's just your feet get so hot. And these don't have that. So I'm going back and forth on it. I haven't really decided. But they're really cute. I like them. So I have to make up my mind about that. And this is the item that is raining down glitter all over my floor. These are beads. This is beaded garland, and it's actually kind of heavy. But it's gold. Look at that. And I got this to go on my tree because my tree is primarily red and gold. I thought this would be pretty on my tree. I don't really know how much garland is in here. It's just kind of bound up in rubber bands, and it looks like it was wrapped around a piece of paper, like a sales circular out of the newspaper. But there's a lot of garland here, and I'm sure it's multiple strands. I seriously doubt this is all a single strand. It's like holding a baby armadillo. It is. So, but it's not shiny gold. It has a texture to it, definitely. It has a rough surface. So I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm going to put it on my tree. It'll be kind of hard to do now though because I already have the ornaments and everything on it. So it would be kind of hard to get it on there. I mean, I could do it, but the cats. For the first week or so, the cats didn't mess with the tree, but now they're getting to where they're really messing with it a lot, and they've pulled a lot of ornaments and garland off around the bottom that they can reach. They haven't actually tried to climb it yet, so I mean, that's good, but I'm thinking any of this that I put on there, I'll probably put higher up where they would have a harder time getting to it, because they've pulled off. I have gold, like the standard, gold garland around it. It's like tinsel garland. It's kind of thick, but it's gold, and it just goes around and around. And they've all around the bottom that they can reach, they keep pulling it off, and they keep trying to eat it. I have to keep taking it away from them. They'll pull off bits of it and try to eat it. I found little pieces of garland all over the place. It's very annoying. I think next year I'll have to put the garland where they can't reach it as easily. Of course, by then they'll both be full grown and be able to reach up higher, so I don't know. Now, here is something that I got just because I like the color. I'm so bad about buying things for the color. But it's a woven bag, and it's by The Sack. And we have a little birdie on here, too. This little doodly bobs hanging down here. And lots and lots of detail. Look at this rope. It's kind of an ivory color. It's not white. It's kind of a cream color. And then up here at the top where it goes across your shoulder, you have this nice cover over that rope to make it more comfortable so you're not holding on to this knotty rope. It's nice and smooth, so it's going to sit on your shoulder nice and secure, and it's going to be very comfortable. And look at that. Look at this pull for the zipper. Isn't that neat? And it looks like tortoise shell, but it's just plastic. And it unzips, and then when you unzip it, the lining is really cool. It's going to be hard to show you, but I want to show you this lining in this purse. I'm almost tempted to keep it, and I would if the strap were longer. I like my purse to hang down a little lower than this one does. Plus, I like one that stands up and doesn't just flop over like a dead frog when you set it down, which I think this one would do because it's crochet. But look at the inside. There's a lot going on in the lining of that purse. It has lots of detail, lots of interesting things in here, and it says the sack, and it says it all over the place, and it also says listen and peace. Almost looks like shark, but it's not. Looks like it's a shark. Share. Oh, it's share. It's not shark, it's share. A little difference there. But I got this for $3. Actually, with my discount, it was $2.70. And you can see we have these little gatherings here at the edges. I guess you can let them out if you want a little extra space in there. It would open up the corners a little bit. But look at that. Isn't that pretty? Look at that little woven purse. That's just a nice little bag. And then we have the plastic grommets here too. But yeah, if the handle were a little bit longer and if it had a little bit more body to it and wouldn't fall over as soon as I set it down, I would keep it. But I like for my purse to stand upright, so I can set it down and not worry about everything just spilling out of it, unless of course it turns over, which sometimes it does. I own all these purses, but I carry the same one and it is slowly disintegrating because I've carried it for so long. The handles are starting to get frayed where I have it on my shoulder. But actually right over here I have a whole stack of purses waiting to be used. So I think I'm good. Okay, now I got 2 pairs of American Eagle jeans. This pair is, I've never seen this before. Let me show you the inside of the waistband. It's American Eagle and it says Core Flex. Now I've never heard of that. I don't know anything about it. But they're made to look just completely worn out. You know, you have the holes in them all over the place. Like here just below the pocket on the left side, and then you come down closer to the knee and it looks like it's been reinforced and patched. And then on this side there's a hole, but then again there's fabric under that, so your leg is not going to be completely exposed in those areas. It only looks like it would be, but there is a piece of fabric behind that, so when you put them on, you're going to be covered. See, like if I stick my hand down in the pocket, you can't see my hand under the holes. So, I mean, they're made to look all worn out, but they're really not. And the pocket is different. Now, see, this is an example of something I would have to look up. And I didn't look these up before I bought them. Honestly, I just grabbed them and threw them in the cart because the store was going to be closing soon, and I was kind of trying to hurry. So we have this design on the back. And I will have to look these up to see if these are men's or women's. I don't know. I'll find out before I do anything with them. And then this label looks different. Normally when I find American Eagle jeans, this label looks different, although it does seem like they change that label every so often and make it look a little different. So that's the first pair. And this second pair is even lighter. It's a lighter wash, but these are similar, although they don't have the Core Flex thing. See, they just have the inside label, and it feels like the waistband might be a little bit wider. But these are also holey. And with these, the hole goes all the way through. So these are, you know, like just ravaged, holey jeans. the kind that used to frustrate my mother. I mean, I can remember being a teenager in the late 80s and very early 90s, and my mom saying, why would you go out and spend good money on a pair of jeans that's already completely destroyed? What is wrong with you people? Why would you buy something that's already messed up? That's so stupid. So, Mom, you just don't understand. Down at the bottom, they get a little darker, though. You get down toward the bottom, and it's not quite as light. But I'll be looking those up later. Now, this pair of jeans, now these are really big. I'm not going to be able to show you all these for sure. But these are old. This is a pair of old Levi's. Now, I don't know exactly how old they are. There's really no tag in here to tell me. All I could find in here was one little tag on the side, on the left side seam. And you can't even really read all of it, but it's really little. I mean, this is it. This is the only tag inside the jeans at all. And it's all faded out. There's no union label, so I'm thinking they're not that old. But even the stuff back here looks different, and it's very hard to read. Like this stuff down here is kind of faded. I can kind of read it, but I'm going to have to do a little bit of research on these jeans to figure out how to list them. Because you have to be careful with vintage jeans, especially Levi's vintage jeans. Now there are some vintage Levi's that sell for hundreds of dollars. You know, they're very desirable, and there are a lot of people out there who collect vintage jeans. So I found, and they'll pay a lot of money for them. I think they consider them like an investment or something, but they'll spend hundreds of dollars on a single pair of jeans, even if they're not new. They don't care. So that's like striking gold if you can find a pair that meets all the qualifications of what these people are looking for. You can make hundreds of dollars on them. Now, I've only done that once. I've only found one pair that I think I got about $150 for them, and I paid $5 for them. So that was great, but once in 17 years. They're very hard to find. But these are big. These are very big. These are a size 39. It's an odd waist size, but that's the waist size. Big Levi's jeans. They are red tab, look like they're relaxed fit. They're very thick, and that's something you notice when you start comparing vintage jeans to jeans you buy today. They just feel different. They're made better, and I mean, you can tell. You can just tell by handling them that they are a better quality pair of jeans than what you get now. They're thick, they're heavy. This is some heavy-duty denim right here. But there's not really much that I know about them at this point. I'm going to have to do a little research on the information provided on that little tag on the inside as well as the tag on the outside. So I don't really know yet if they're worth anything. Probably not much, but a little bit. Okay. I found 2 Juicy Couture items. Found them separately, but they would look nice together actually. The first one is this. It's a black velvet zip-up hoodie, and it's a size extra large. And it's kind of pretty. Over here on the shoulders, we have rhinestones and metallic stuff. Ooh. And it kind of goes across the shoulder. It's hard to see it all at once. I'll try to lay it out where you can see it. Kind of hard. But it's on each shoulder. It's really sparkly. It's like the universe or something. But it's only on the shoulders. It's not on the front. The front is plain. And then the back is plain. And it has the J on the zipper pull for Juicy Couture. It has a nice hood to it. It's really soft. It has little pockets in the front. It's very comfortable, I would think. And then I found these pants, and these still have the tag on them. So that was a nice find. See? They were originally $88 and then they were marked down to $34.98. And it's a pair of a pair of black velvet pants and their original leg. And I'm going to read what this little ribbon says. Low waist, cute butt, straight leg, original lounge sweatpants. That's what it says. They have the wide waistband again, like the white yoga pants do. But they're just plain black. I mean, they don't have any designs or anything on them. They're just plain black, and then they have a drawstring at the waist. And they're cool. I mean, I like them. But yeah, they're too big for me, and with two cats, I don't need velour pants or velvet or whatever they are. Velour, I guess. They would have cat hair on them within 30 seconds. I mean, it's, so I bought them to sell. And I got 2 new pillows. Let me show you. And I actually got these because I have some pillowcases, some small square pillowcases that have the sequins on them. I think they're called mermaid pillowcases, where you rub the sequins one way, you just, sort of direct them one way and they're one color, and then you push them back the opposite way and they're another color. And I needed pillows to put the pillowcases on. So I saw these, and they're different. They're not both the same, but I thought it might work. And this one is a thick burgundy, it's like corduroy. It's a corduroy pillow. And it's very firm, but it's about the right size for the pillowcases that I have. So I'm going to try that. And the second one is a little bit different, and I'm afraid it might actually be a little bit too thick. I'm not sure. But this one has seashells on it, which I may just keep this and use this separately. I have to keep it away from the cats. They would love to rip all these off and play with them. But it has these little seashells on it. And they're hanging down here and with these little plastic pearl beads above the seashells. And they're little cute scallop seashells. That's what they all are. You can find those on the beach here in North Carolina all the time. I see them a lot. So, but it's a nice, pretty slate blue pillow. Down here we have sort of a lime green stripe. And I am a little concerned that it might be a little bit too thick. The pillowcases themselves are not all that big, but I thought I would give it a try anyway. And the last thing I have is kind of big also, but it is a vintage tracksuit. It's made by Jordache, which I think they're still around, but they're not. Back in the early 80s, Jordache was one of the main brands. I mean, everybody wanted to wear Jordache, of course. I remember I had some Jordache jeans and thought I was really something. But it's a tracksuit. And it's kind of I guess it's probably kind of a teal blue color. It's very smooth. Some of the tracksuits, they're made out of that noisy nylon stuff, and it's almost crackly, and I really don't like it. This is not like that at all. It's a very smooth satiny nylon. It feels nice, and it's lined on the inside. And let's see, the lining is made of it's a poly cotton blend, 65% polyester, 35% cotton, and it's a thin fabric lining in here, but it makes it a lot more comfortable to wear than if you just had this right up next to you, which I think would not be comfortable for very long. I think it would make you kind of sweaty. It would be hard for your skin to breathe in there. And so these are the pants, and again, I can't show you because they're so long, but it's a pair of nylon pants, and they have side pockets and one back pocket which zips up, so that's kind of nice. So that's the pants, and then we have the matching jackets. And these are, I'll show you the label of this one. They're both a women's size medium, but this is Jordache Sport, which I'd never heard of before. Yeah, I knew Jordache made different things. I remember one year, I think I was in elementary school, I got a Jordache belt for Christmas, and I just was over the moon with that belt because the buckle was the Jordache horse's head, and it was kind of a gold color, and you hook it into the belt, you know, and it was so pretty, and I loved that belt. I don't think I've ever had a belt before then or since then that I loved like I loved that belt. I hated it when I outgrew it. I was so sad. But here's the top. I mean, this is screaming 80s. Look at these colors. This is sort of a, it's not purple, but it's not blue. It's kind of in the middle. Now this is purple. Over here on the sleeve, it's more of a purple color. And then up here at the top, you have that teal, bluish green color like you have in the pants. And again, like the pants, it's lined with the poly cotton lining. Very thin, but it definitely makes the items a lot more comfortable to wear. And then the zipper pull has the little Jordache symbol on it. And that's not all. On the left side, we have the label. We have the little logo again, which is embroidered onto the outside of the windbreaker. And it says Standard Equipment, Jordache, USA. Although according to the label, it was made in Bangladesh. And then the back is just plain. The back is the same color as the pants. These windsuits are really popular. I never have any trouble selling the windsuits. I could probably make $25 on that with no problem. People love them. I don't know why, but people really like the old vintage track suits. So that's just a little tip if you're ever thinking about selling anything. If you have any old track suits or can get your hands on some, you probably will be able to sell them without a lot of trouble. So that's it, and that's all the stuff I got today. And I got all that, I think, for about $80, maybe a little bit less. I don't remember. But that's everything I got today, and I thought I did pretty well. I thought I found some good stuff. So, that's really about it. I'm actually going to try to go again to a different Goodwill. There's another one, not in this area, but it's in an area that I will probably be driving through tomorrow. So I may try to go to that one if we have time, and I'll see if I can find anything good there, because I usually do. I usually do pretty well at that one. But if I do, I'll show it to you if I get a chance to. But thank you for watching, and I hope that you are having a good day, and I hope to see you again.